they're still studying thermodynamics. Thermodynamics, the transfer of heat. So you guys are gonna build an efficient travel model. Your task is to design whatever you think is going to be effective.
I chose intro to biotech because I had a sibling who went down this pathway, and all the projects they did in class, all the stuff she brought home was so interesting to me. So I was like, I wanted to try it out for myself. So.
It's not a normal class. It's a lot more fun and hands-on and creative, and really challenges students to think for themselves.
Is there aluminum inside?
Yes.
Okay, and what is he doing with it?
He's cutting this so we can see it.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Okay,
As a sleeve.
that's good.
But biotech, because it's so broad, you can kind of look into whatever you want. Even if you're doing a specific project, our teacher kind of lets us focus on what interests us.
It's just, okay, I can learn it at a pace that's comfortable and I'll be able to understand, and I know I can ask clarifying questions.
So I think it's very adaptive, and because of that, it's really good for a variety of students.
If you go diagonal, it'll line up.
We learned about like chemical bonds and endo and exothermic reactions, stuff like that.
Studied gas laws, we have studied reactions, and through that we've done multiple labs such as creating hydrogen rockets, and right now we're creating our own insulated cups.
The lid. How am I going to drink through this cup?
There's a straw hole.
Oh, there's a straw hole. I see. Do you drink coffee through a straw?
And Miss Bialis makes it so fun, and she applies everything that we're learning to something in life. And it's not all learning. We're doing hands-on things, we're getting to experiment with things, and we get to do the learning on our own sometimes. So Miss Bialis is an amazing teacher.
Here's the next big idea. I like the happy cup. Okay, so now hot water in there with a thermometer.
It's nice to be creative in a way and have something we can have our own say in and be able to like work with what we're learning hands-on.
A lot of times we'll just kind of go and test like our own thing within the group, and then come back and share results, and then talk about it and determine which way we want to go.
Great. It's nice to have people to work with, be able to talk with everyone every day about what you're learning.
Cool. And how hot is it still?
It stayed at a 5-degree margin for 23 minutes.
That's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Today we're doing toxicology. Reminder, what was toxicology? Study of toxic things. And so before you have 3 different experiments.
Because I'm taking AP Bio as well. When we do like our biotech unit, then I'm kind of already ahead. I can talk to my teacher about it, and then like ask him questions like comparing like different methods, because like I already know from biotech.
Recent projects we've done is we've cloned fish and roses and carrots, and right now we're working on biofuels, and we've done kind of a big variety of different projects.
So we made windmills like last week, and that was really fun because we got to like do the research and like figure out what shapes of the windmill like was gonna work best. And ours didn't turn out amazing, but it was like getting to do those hands-on group projects is what's really, really fun.
My favorite project so far is actually the one we're working on right now. We're working on renewable sources of energy, so solar, wind, and biofuels. And me and my group have been working on a wind turbine that's actually somewhat successful, and I was able to 3D print it. We used CAD software to design it, and we're able to see the effects that we can produce with this wind turbine.
Well, my mom works in education. She always talks about the decline in girls wanting to go into like STEM majors and going into STEM after like elementary school. The hands-on really makes you like see how much science applies to like our world and our everyday life, and so it keeps us engaged while also giving people like a reason to want to continue learning about it.
In advanced biotech, we focus a lot more on independent research. So rather than taking notes as a class for a lot of the time period like we would in past classes, this year we spend a lot of time conducting our experiments, doing background research, and finding like how it applies to outside world.
Science as a whole can be really brought down to the level of the student, and it really negates that barrier of entry in a way. And so I found that it allows a lot of people, including myself, to explore the field more without getting hopelessly lost.
It's definitely opened me up to a lot of other lab experiences outside of school that I've gotten to participate in, and it's really helped me make connections with professors at the U of A. I've gotten to help with their lab research and just get hands-on experience to what it would be like working in a real lab.
So most of the things we learn about are modern solutions to the problems in like our world. So I think it's very like, it has a strong application to real world problems when taking the class.
So you can see a lot of the big dots are the high population areas. A lot of them are like more red than blue.
For sure. So at the beginning of the school year, we brainstorm different research topics, and Miss Viola, she allows us to choose like any topic of our interest, from sports to criminology to a bunch of different things. And our research project can be focused on topics that we really enjoy.
My project is I take dirt samples from the Sabino Canyon burn scar and the Mount Lemmon burn scar, and I grow the bacteria to see what we have lost in our ecosystem, what part of like the fungal and bacterial soil crust we've lost, and then trying to find like natural ways to reintroduce that back into the soil.
Nice in your quad chart, because that way you have like quantitative like data instead of just visual.
Right, and so like right here, again, this part you can cut to just being this big, right?
The way that we go about learning and introducing new concepts and doing our own things feels more like a college course, and I feel like I'll be more prepared for that course.
Back to the map.
These are the
What is
temperature
this?
and population increase.
This is based on the average.
Yeah.
The variance, we didn't look at maps.
Okay, so when you describe the map, you use the term variance, so we need to make sure we're clear on that.
Well, it is a dual credit class, and that's why I love it so much, is because we're getting like college credit for college level thinking.
I could compare what I've learned to maybe what colleges are looking for. I remember on some college trips I've taken, when I'm talking to directors of programs, they said they really want to see kids apply their knowledge. And
I have been fortunate enough to be involved in a program called the Star Labs, which is a program that allows me to do research, original research, with the U of A facilities. Miss Bialis' class is kind of time for me to work on that research. So most of my research that I actually do has been at the U of A with the Star Labs program, and this class has allowed me to work on it with some extra supervision by Miss Bialis.
Just focusing on learning instead of studying has been really, really important to me.
Already like being aware of like what I'm gonna be prepared for when I go to college, it helps a lot.
I plan to go into aerospace engineering, but I'm definitely considering sciences and biotech as a career plan.
I'm going to the U of A, and I am starting with a major in applied biotechnology.
I am off to the University of Arizona. Today I just got accepted into the Honors College.
I'm going to be trying to study astrophysics.
I'm gonna go into biochemistry, and after that I plan on going to like pharmacy school. And I was interested in this because we did a whole unit on pharmacy and drug development.
So I worked with Dr. Duca's lab at the University of Arizona, and I competed in various competitions like JSHS and SARSF, which are science fairs here. And I was able to move on to the national level in JSHS. And with the work I did with Dr. Duca, we've also submitted that research for publishing too.
I'm just really excited I'll be able to use everything I've learned in this class in my own research, future research, explorations into science.
Kind of the freedom, and it's like learning the entire process of things, because in my research I'm not only doing research, I'm also reading literature and doing like preliminary research as well. So I get to ask questions and I get to pursue those questions and do the entire process. It's really fun.
And I just thought it was really cool to kind of see how we can manipulate science in a way with technology to make advancements.
Not only does it teach you just what we're doing in terms of like what happened with COVID and what the scientists are doing, at the front lines of trying to help introduce cures and all those things. It helps us understand what's happening on their end, and also it helps for you to understand the world that hopefully will be introduced to us in our future.